Hello and welcome. In this session, we will see how to optimize the backup and restore speed of PostgreSQL. So as usual, everything is mentioned in a notepad and we will follow through this and we will see how we can improve the speed of PostgreSQL when we are going to take the backup and we are going to restore using pg underscore dump and pg underscore restore. So we have a scenario. We have 500 gigs of PostgreSQL database, and there will be two sub scenarios wherein there will be very small size tables, and there will be few large size tables. For this particular scenario, just say if I have a database which is of 100 GB, or let's say it is of several hundred GB, and we need to take the backup using pg underscore dump because we need to migrate it to the cloud. Maybe it any sort of cloud. It may be your Google cloud, it may be your Azure cloud, or it may be your AWS cloud. And for this particular demo, not this is going to be very specific, but I have just an EC2 instance which is of very small in size in terms of the CPU and memory. This is just the demonstration purpose. For this we have done it, but we'll go through the theoretical part wherein we will try to understand what are the different factors which are going to impact the speed of the backup and restore using pg underscore dump and pg underscore restore. So to speed up the backup of your large database, when I say large database in Postgre, anything above 100 GB, we say it is a large database. That doesn't mean that it is some sort of restriction. It is just that this is common terminology used when you have to take the backup using pg underscore dump. So for the large database, which can be 100 GB and more than that, pg underscore dump, which is a command line utility, or which is a utility which can be used to take the backup in parallel mode. So if you wanted to take the parallel mode backup using pg underscore dump, then you have to use the -j flag of pg underscore dump, and that's only possible when you are using the directory of or archive format. So you can say pg underscore dump -j. This denotes the number of parallelism, and uh, how many parallel threads you can invoke. It entirely depends upon the number of CPUs you have. So if you say ls CPU, that will show you how many CPUs you have on your system and how many can be used for parallel purpose. So let's say if I say ls CPU, it will show you how many CPU and how many cores you have. So you can see the core sockets and you can see the cores. Let us say, for example, if this is 2 and this is 4, in that case, what is going to happen? This is just for the demo only. We'll say pg underscore dump -j. You have to mention the number of parallelism. If it is 2, mention 2. If it is 4, the number of cores, you can mention 4 over here, whatever suits your requirement or whatever is the strength of your server, you can mention hyphen that. So then you can mention the format. This is directory format, and this is the name of this is the location where you are going to put the zipped directory structure. And I have mentioned the database name as DVD rental. So if I simply I need to first remove, I think it is already existing. There's a very small size database, so probably you will not see any sort of impact also, but when it is a large sized database, you will be able to see the impact. So if I say rm minus rf, I have just removed it, and what you can do is you can simply fire this command. So what this will do is this is going to parallel put your backup in parallel mode. So pg dump will be parallelized in -j, which is equal to 4. So there will be 4 parallel threads which will execute, and this will execute your backup in parallel mode. So this is going to be highly effective, and this is going to speed up the way of your pg underscore dump. And this largely helps when you have to restore, or when you have to back up your large size database. You have enough CPU on your system, and it is not going to impact the number of cores which you are going to utilize for the backup purpose. In a similar way, you can use it for the restoration. You simply say pg underscore restore hyphen hyphen no owner. You mention where is the location of your backup, which is in the zipped, or which is in particular format. Then you mention the number of restore operation, I mean the number of threads. If I say 4 cores are there, I'll just mention 4. I this The important part of this is you should have enough CPU on your system so that it is not overburdened, and it should not impact your normal database operation. And hyphen d, I have mentioned the database where it is going to restore. So using pg underscore restore with the hyphen j flag, you can restore a dump in parallel. So it works with the archive or the custom or the directory format. So one of the other important thing is, so I'll just mention in note. So whatever it is, if you have not taken the backup, which is already there in the archive or the custom format, so that's the important. If you have not taken in parallel mode also, you can restore it using this. I'll just save it. And the deciding factor when you start your migration to the cloud, whether it is online or offline. In offline, when you take the backup, you have to ensure your application is down. And when you put pg underscore dump command, which you have executed in the parallel mode, it is assumed that it is a downtime has started. So anything after that is not going to be captured. So what we will do is, we need to check the number of free CPUs on your system and the number of cores. Based on that, you can perform the parallel backup and restore using pg underscore dump and pg underscore restore. You have to make sure that it is in the proper directory format, and when you use the zip format, it is going to reduce the size, so that when you are restoring, the size will be very small in size. So it always matters. So the number of free CPUs or the number of available CPUs on your server, the storage, because when you are going to compress it, it is going to take the CPUs, so for the compression purpose. So this is a generic scenario. Now, if the migration has to be done for small size tables, but some of them are large size table, then what is that we have to do? So it is just few large size tables. Let's say it is 50 GB, and remaining tables are just of 1 GB, 2 GB, or 5 GB in size, and we have to perform the migration. So you can adopt the mix of backup and restore activity. That means when you say pg underscore dump, you can put in parallel mode, and you can use another utility which is pg underscore loader. If these database size or table size are very small in size, so instead of dumping it on the operating system then shipping it to the target, or what you can do is, you can perform this way: pg dump hyphen d. Let's say this is my database name, and this is custom format, and this is the restore. So this is, you take the backup, and the output is simultaneously redirected for the restoration purpose. In that case, you are not supposed to store in the on the host at particular file system. In this case, you have a restriction. You cannot use the parallel mode, because that's the only restriction. If you have large size database, with very, very small tables. You don't want to take the backup on the operating system. You want to take a backup and restore simultaneously. You can use the redirect option. So pg underscore dump hyphen d DVD rental. This is the database name, and this is the format. So and you can redirect the output so that PG restore will pick up the backup from here. If you use hyphen J option also, it is not going to helpful. So you can ignore that. Not you can ignore that, it will be ignored during the restoration. There is another good utility which is available, which is PG loader. So PG loader, a combination of PG loader, PG dump, and PG restore can be used for varying table size in Postgre. So if you have to compare the performance and the speed of PG underscore dump with PG underscore restore and the PG loader, then you can do that. So there are some of the test scenarios wherein some 500 gigs of Postgre database, when it was used with the PG underscore dump and PG underscore restore, and when it was used with PG loader, it has been entirely different. If it is a single large sized table, you can use PG loader. It is going to increase the speed of migration to a large extent, and in some of the lab scenarios, it has been observed with PG loader, the speed of backup and restore is almost three times as compared to PG underscore dump and PG underscore restore. And this is largely applicable or only applicable to the tables where the single table size is large. So you have to ensure that. So a database with multiple tables, uh, some of them are large, some of them are very, very small. So you can use the PG dump and PG restore for the small tables, and for the large table, you can use your PG loader, which is going to speed up the migration speed. So it is up to you how you wanted to use, but in some of the scenarios, mix of both PG underscore dump, restore, and the PG loader, it really helps. And the most important part is the CPU. If you do not have the enough CPU on your system based on the number of cores, so you have to check this particular parameter, which we just saw. It was the number of cores, and where is that? Okay, let me execute it once again. ls CPU, and you have to check this. So ensure and make sure you have enough of the CPU capacity free on your system, because it is going to entirely bring your system at the knee, because it is going to consume all of your CPUs, because you are going to use the pg underscore dump in the parallel mode. And if you are executing the same command from here also, you are going to use the pg underscore restore utility as well. And if you are using pg loader also, you can do it from here. So we just saw like a combination of pg underscore dump with the parallel mode, pg underscore restore with parallel mode, and pg loader for the last size table. It helps in migration from on-premises to cloud, or maybe from one system to another, if you have enough CPUs which are